He had a great sense of humor. I don't know if you've had a chance to take a look at his writing, but he had an extraordinary sense of humor. So my guess is he would deploy his humor in answering this question, too. He would say some of them are inspiring, some of his interpretations of his work, and he's very pleased with those. Others are horrifying, and he wishes somehow he could erase the connection between those things and the lineage they claim from him, which he would. There's a German word. I don't know if you speak the other languages.
No.
There's a wonderful German word called Verzichte, and it's stronger than the word refuse. It's if you want to refuse something, but with real strong emphasis. Ich verzichte darauf is a German way of saying I don't want to have anything to do with that. And he would talk then, in philosophical terms, because remember, he was a student of philosophy. He wrote his doctoral thesis on ancient Greek philosophy and all the rest. He would wax philosophical and say, that the ideas you put out are a little bit like having a child. You have a lot of influence, but the child is his own or her own person and will find his or her own way. And these ideas, once they're out there, go their own way.
And as you said, there's a particular way that this idea spread. The speed at which it spread throughout the world made it even less able to be sort of stabilized and connected back to the origins of where the idea came from.
The only people who ever really tried that were the Russians after the revolution, because they occupied a position for a while, not very long, but they occupied a position for a while in which, it was exalted, right? There had been all these people criticizing capitalism for a long time, even the Marxists ever since mid-century. And these were the first guys who pulled it off. They made it. And so that there was a kind of presumption around the world. Their interpretation must be kind of the right one because look, they did it. And so for a while, they could enunciate their interpretation, and it came to be widely grasped as something which, by the way, gets called in the literature official Marxism. The very idea that you would put that adjective in front of Marxism, or Soviet Marxism, or Russian there were these words where the adjective was meant to somehow say, kind of, this is the canon. You can depart from it, but this is the canon. Before the Russian Revolution, there was no such thing.